All right, guys, we partnered with Warrior Rising, and you're about to see an interview with a true American hero, Mr. Jeff Adams, who's been through the program, and he's going to tell you all about how they helped him get his business started. Then we cut to the chase and start building their truck. Bumpers, canopies, stacks, you name it, we start building it. You better buckle up, because it all starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to one of the baddest dudes on the planet. This is Jeff Adams, who I just met. I learned that he has been in the military for quite some time. When did you get in the military?
1991. I did 21 years.
21 years in the military.
Yes,
and he heard we're building a gunship, so he had to come check it out for himself, right?
Yes, absolutely. You know, I think that the gun truck that you guys are building for us at Warrior Rising, and once you're in Warrior Rising, it's like you're part of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm Warrior Rising, so you're building a gun truck for us, and that's so special for me. So I'm just thankful.
Well, we're thankful because we get to do what we love. We get to do what we love, building trucks, doing all this stuff because you guys fought for our country. We love America, and it's like our way of saying, hey, we would love to help you guys with your Warrior Rising mission. It's like, this is our chance to kind of say thanks and give back just a little bit. We're all about it. So you served 21 years in the military.
Yep.
You get out.
Yep.
And explain what that felt like.
Oh, so when I got out, the silence was maddening. I went through a very dark period where I was self-medicating. I became an alcoholic, and I was just train wrecking. All my relationships, my family, everything was going downhill, and it was starting to spiral. I didn't want to let my wife and my kids down. Yeah. Right? I was thrown in jail 3 times in 3 different states, all in the same year, that I decided enough's enough. So I didn't want to let them down, right? And I wanted them back in my life because, like I said, I was, train wrecking the stuff early on. And then finding the why, my purpose in this business, right, came from guys like Jason Van Camp that helped me, right?
Is it more than a support system? Is it education? Is it?
Yeah, so it's a support system. It's networking and resourcing. It's education. It's a toolbox, not just a tool for me, right? It's the entire toolbox of business, right? So for every facet I have in my business, one thing Warrior Rising taught me was I got a lot of blind spots that I don't know about, right? Yeah. So I had the idea and I had the curriculum for what I wanted to do, right? And that's maybe 1%. I didn't realize it, I thought I got it pretty well shaked out, right? Yeah. I got a website, I got a business plan, this, that, or the other.
A lot of blind spots.
And I had so many blind spots. So they literally not just gave me the tool, but the toolbox, everything that goes in it. So my company's teamed so fast. And I thought, you need to have a cool acronym for your name, right? Your company, because it's a military company, so you need an acronym. Yeah. And so that stood for Special Operations Fighting and Shooting Tactics, right?
I want you guys to look at Warrior Rising. If you're a vet and you want to be able to start a business, be able to grow, or you just need a support group, look for Warrior Rising because these are your brothers who are going to help you be successful. We are building the truck because we freaking love veterans, man. We love America. We love the guys that fought for our country and fight consistently for our country. We want them to be successful as well. So we're going to build this gun truck. A, because it's cool. B, because
that's right.
Build it for super cool. And C, because I want you to come take a ride with us.
That's right. That's right. Come take a ride in this thing. I know I'm going to be first in line. I can't wait.
Okay, so we've got all of our parts for the front bumper cut and cleaned. Now we're getting ready to bend them. Once they're all bent, then we'll go ahead and tack them all together, and you'll be able to actually start to see, just these flat pieces come together to kind of a pretty cool bumper. So we got all of our parts bent. So now we're just on our few of our flat edges, grinding just a little bit of a bevel so when we run a weld in it, we can grind it smooth and not completely grind away all the weld that we had. So next step you'll see here is we'll actually be piecing it together, doing our tacks, getting the whole thing tacked together, making sure it's all fitting properly, you know, each piece fits together well. And once we do that, then we can do our finish weld on it, followed by our cleanup.
All right, so this is your first bumper too.
Yeah,
Is it going
it's
smooth?
yeah, first bumper from start to finish. So far it's going really good, but of course still holding my breath until, you know, it's not done until it's fully done.
Exactly.
So the test is there, the challenge is there.
Challenges are good, it's how you learn.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's get to it.
This is the exhaust. We have 16 pieces that I have to bend. So each line right here, again, it represents a bend, and they're gonna be 45-degree bends, and all together are gonna make the octagonal shape. So let's start with this. Yay, I'm done. I got all my pieces ready. I can start assembling everything. I need to figure out which piece goes with what, because I don't remember at this point. This one maybe? Yeah, there we go. I got one matching piece. It's like playing, what do you call this game where you have to match these two pieces, the two cards?
I don't know, I was thinking this is like adult Legos.
Little Legos.
Adult
Yeah.
Legos.
That's a good way to call it. It is a big Legos for adults.
Yeah.
Big boys. The big boys of the Legos.
Exactly.
Perfect. You know, we've got so many parts coming together that it's crucial to make sure our lines are coming together even. You want them to be perfectly parallel with each other. As you can see right here, this piece and this piece, you know, you have three different surfaces that we're having to align, and it's very important to make sure that they're running parallel from this side to that side to this side, you know, within the two. So if they're off, you know, if they're off like this, it makes it where after we're done welding it and we go to grind it to bring ourselves a nice edge, you'll be able to see that they're off. So as I'm going through, you can see with this piece right here, I'll actually run my hand along here, my finger, and make sure it's fitting nice and flush. So as it sits right here, just the bottom on the inside is tacked, and I can feel as I bring my finger across it, it actually needs to get pushed in just a little bit. So I'll have it pushed in right there so it keeps this edge, these two edges together perfectly parallel, and give myself a tack right on the inside so it holds it exactly where I want it to be. I feel like if I have like earplugs in, like I just talk so obnoxiously loud.
Probably.
So we're onto assembly, and as you guys can see, it's coming along pretty good. We just about have this side just about wrapped up here. We just got a couple more pieces to tack into place. Mirror that side to this side, then do the brackets, and once it's all together, you know, we can really double check it, make sure it's tacked together how we want it to before we actually fully weld it together. Once this thing's welded, it's welded. It is staying like that. So yeah, we're onto the assembly. So we got the entire bumper welded. Now it's on to setting our brackets for the KC lights. We have the two. This one will go right here, like this. We'll go here, and the purpose for having this bracket come out and extend out past where the light is actually sitting is so that when you're looking at it from the front, you don't see empty space sitting back behind it. The light's going to be really tied up against this edge, whereas it's not going to be tied against this edge. So that's why we add this nice face to basically cover that empty space back behind it. So all you see is that nice, good looking KC light and none of the empty space back behind it. We have that same kind of idea for the center one here. Here you can see we have four mounting holes. So in total we'll have the 4 KC lights in the center, the 2 on the outside, and I mean this side's gonna be just like the other side, you know, mirrored over to this side. So now on to getting these guys tacked up, and once these guys are tacked up and welded in, it'll be on to doing our finish work for the bumper, making it look, you know,
exactly.
Super good.
Sweet, let's get to it.
Alright, so here we have the mounting brackets for the bumper. A couple things we keep in mind here is we have, I mean, just for the bracket itself, it's this bottom plate and these 2 plates coming up right here. So we'll run a weld down each side of each plate. This little piece of square tubing that we have here, we tack this in just while we're welding it, so that as we're welding it, the heat doesn't want to make these plates move in or outward. And then you'll see we also have a clamp on either side of it, and that's clamping the plate down so that this plate itself doesn't warp, especially since it only has these 2, you know, these 2 little 1/2-inch strips that run right here. It would be highly likely that if it's not clamped down while you're welding it and until it cools, that these 2 pieces here would warp because of the heat. So little setup, just little key things to remember when doing things like this. Just clamping, tacking something in, keep it all nice and stationary, so then you can run good welds on it and you don't have to worry about anything moving. Because again, these are mounting to the bumper and mounting to the truck. If this gap shrinks or widens, it's gonna mess up with the mounting of the bumper itself. So, I mean, right here you have this part will slip right over the frame rail, and right here is what mounts to the frame rail itself, while this plate is what mounts to our bumpers. So just little things, you know, key details to keep in mind when you're doing stuff like this to really help the process go along and keep you from, you know, kind of running into any bumps in the process. So.
And dude, like, we're near the end on this too. I mean, you basically got the bumper put together.
I mean, it is pretty
crazy.
much right there. It's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, where is it at? It's right behind you, right?
Woo! No, little sneak peek.
No?
We've got to save that for later, all right? We got to save that, all right?
bad.
We got to get a nice, beautiful display and, you know, just kind of put like the bow on it, you know, just like a present, you know? So, yeah, it's all coming together. Pretty sick.
So what is our new challenge today?
The new challenge is to install these flanges. This is what is going to be used to mount the exhaust on the bed. They're going to be bolted right on it. But I'm looking for this to be at 0. This is my reference. It's got to be 0 here, and it's got to be 0 there too. So I want to make sure these two are parallel. And that's what I'm doing right now. It's a process. We'll get it done. And it'll look really nice.
I really want to show you guys what this looks like.
We're excited to see it.
They designed all this up from scratch. What do you think so far?
It just looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about all I can say about it right now.
I love that it's a custom build and we're not trying to refab something that existed before.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Then we got these octagonal stacks. Okay, what do you guys think?
I think this is what you wanted anyway, wasn't it?
I think these look amazing, and I think they'll really flow with the body lines.
And then you will have one up here, right? So there will be one welded fixed up here that'll double as your headache rack. So it'll keep that clean line going across the front here.
I kind of want this bed on my truck now.
Hey, we can build it, all right?
I know the guys.
Dallin, Iram gave him the, oh, here he is now. Speak of the devil. Okay.
How's it going, guys?
He had to restart and everything. So he had his work cut out for him.
Low pressure?
Yeah.
A little bit of
Lots
pressure.
I mean, but good pressure.
All right.
Good.
Come on over here, guys.
You know, everything within the military has a purpose. So within here, we have 3 cutouts, and within these 3 cutouts, on each side, you'll have 1 KC pod light, and then in the middle, you'll actually have 4 of them.
This is a great design, man.
Great, yeah.
I love it.
Well, boys, that's what we got.
Looking great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys for stopping by.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you just met the Warrior Rising guys. They are some of the coolest dudes on the planet and true American heroes. You've also seen the project we have on the chopping block form. They came, they checked off on all of our ideas, all of our plans for it, which means next episode, look at everything we get to do. There's gonna be a lot of action. You're gonna see the truck go from zero to hero all in one episode, so tune in next time because we're gonna be doing some work.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Guess what? We got brand new gear on the site, sparksmotorsofficial.com. Click the link. If you're a veteran, you'll understand it a lot more. If you're not a veteran, you're going to enjoy the designs. Go get it now. Go to the website. You'll love it. Trust me.